Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterward speaks according to his action. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. There are 3 methods to gaining wisdom. The first is reflection, which is the highest. The second is limitation, which is the easiest. The third is experience, which is the bitterest. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. If you look into your own heart and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. If I am walking with 2 other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. When we see persons of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see persons of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. I hear, I know. I see, I remember. I do, I understand. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant trees. If in terms of 100 years, teach the people. Speak the truth. Do not yield to anger. Give if thou art asked for little. By these 3 steps thou wilt go near the gods. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability. He is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room.